a spray can, aerosol, and mystery chemicals. Well, go grab yourself a can, pop the cap, aim, and push the nozzle. This is all it took for an afternoon of silly, albeit somewhat messy, fun. That's right, Silly String was the name of the game. However, what if I told you that this fun yet obnoxious toy was created completely by accident? And with that, what's up everybody, and welcome back to Macabre'Gorium Labs presents School of Boredom Quickies. My name is Bats, and I'll be your guide today as we discuss today's topic, Silly String, fun in a can. So it may surprise you to find out that Silly String was actually invented as a field medical tool. It was originally intended to be used as an instant emergency spray cast for use with broken and sprained bones. So how did this tool become a toy? To understand that, we have to go back to the beginning. In 1972, Leonard Fish and Robert Cox, an inventor and chemist respectively, were given a U.S. patent to design a, quote, foamable resinous composition. The plan was to create an aerosol can that would spray a material that could be used as an instant cast. Their original plan to make this concept work was to invent a spray that you could use in an instant if you, say, broke your arm or sprained a leg. I assume while out on a hike or adventuring that you, or maybe a paramedic, could use this can of sticky chemicals to cast your injury until more help could be received. Silly String itself has three main components: a polymer resin for structure, a plasticizer for its physical properties, and a surfactant that makes the product foam up.
There were some other ingredients, like silicone fluid and a pigment for color.
That's absolutely true, Goat, but if we were to mention every ingredient involved, this would be a very long video. Not to mention the original recipe has long been kept a secret, so back to the topic at hand. In order to make their product work, Mr. Fish and Mr. Cox needed to find a combination of the compounds that would form a string and be slightly sticky. After a lot of trial and error, they finally found the correct combination, but the can packaging presented an issue. In order to make their product work, Mr. Fish and Mr. Cox needed to find a combination of the compounds that would form a string and be slightly sticky. After a lot of trial and error, they finally found the correct combination, but the can packaging did present an issue. The can needed to have the perfect nozzle in order for the string to be dispersed correctly, and after trying over 500 different nozzles, they finally landed on one that worked perfectly. Then somewhere around after approximately the 40th nozzle, Mr. Fish found one that would shoot across the room at nearly 30 feet. Mr. Fish had so much fun with it that he was inspired to change the product from a tool into a toy. Neither Mr. Fish nor Mr. Cox had any idea how to sell toys, but they made an appointment at Wham-O Toy Company anyway.
Now I'm sure most of our viewers have heard of Wham-O, as it has been making toys for almost 70 years and will be featured in an upcoming video.
That's very true also, Goat. Now back to Silly String. The story that Mr. Fish tells is that when they met with the Wham-O Toy Company, he sprayed the Silly String all over the person and his office. As expected, this didn't go too well and they were asked to leave almost immediately. However, the next day, Mr. Fish received a Western Union telegram from the person they had met with asking for 24 cans of the spray. Surprised, Mr. Fish and Mr. Cox met with this person again, and he explained that he had had a meeting with the owners of the Wham-O Toy Company the previous day, and they had noticed a tiny string in the office that had accidentally not been cleaned up, and were immediately interested in what it was. After explaining the situation to the Wham-O owners, a market test was immediately put into place. From there, it only took 2 weeks for Wham-O to sign a contract with the inventors to produce Silly String. The Silly String toy is a can of colored plastic string that comes out of an aerosol can as a stream of liquid. Due to the solvent in the string evaporating in midair, you're left with a continuing strand, and it comes in many different colors and has been used at many different occasions, such as birthdays, weddings, and graduations. Silly String is such a versatile invention that even the military has been known to use it because according to reports we've read, they use it to find booby traps and tripwires. Wham-O owned the license to Silly String until 1997 when the Car Freshener Corporation acquired the trademark. Silly String Products, a division of Car Freshener Corporation, then took over manufacturing and distribution in North America, and the rest is history. But, bringing us to 2022, you can find Silly String or some kind of a knockoff in most basic stores.
I do have to say, though, that in my experience, the knockoff brands don't have that staying power of name brand Silly String.
With that, we've come to the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed this look at, again, one of the more iconic toys in human history. My name is Bats, and this has been the Macabre'Gorium Labs School of Boredom Quickie, Silly String. Fun in a can. Be sure to join us next time. You never know what we have in store, and as usual, think for yourselves, be excellent to each other, and above all, keep it creepy. Hey, thanks for checking out our video. If you enjoyed this one and would like to see more of our weird, creepy, odd, eccentric, or strange content as soon as it comes out, please feel free to click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more. We'll see you later. Keep it creepy.